In this example, we're going to list the x values where this function is increasing, decreasing, or constant. I've already drawn a quick sketch of the graph. Let me show you how I got that. So grab a graphing calculator, and you're going to enter this in y sub 1 or y equals. Take a minute to do that if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and keep going with the example, but feel free to pause if you'd like. Then I'm going to hit zoom 6 to give us a nice standard viewing window. And you can see this is kind of what that function looks like. And I don't really see this bottom part right here, and I kind of want to. So I'm actually going to hit zoom out here. That's number 3. And I'm just going to zoom out again by hitting enter. And then I actually want to zoom back in again, right? Because I want to see that part of the graph a little bit better. And I know that I'm going to have to zoom in a little bit lower to get closer to that minimum than I was before. So I hit a few cursor buttons down there so that the calculator knows I want to zoom in a little bit lower. And we'll see if this is a better viewing window. Just caught it right there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to actually have to find that maximum and minimum because we need the x value from the maximum and the minimum to list our values of increasing or decreasing. To do that, I'm going to hit second trace. I'll try to find the maximum first. So I'll hit enter, and then it says left bound down here. So I'm going to cursor a little to the left, hit enter. I'm going to cursor a little to the right, and hit enter. And then I'm going to go back a little bit to the left. That's a really tight tolerance right there, but that's fine. You just got to kind of steer the calculator to where that is. You'll see the calculator gives us a couple values, and there's an e in there. And so what that means is take the number that appears and multiply it by 10 to that power. So the first one would be 1.808 times 10 to the negative 6 power, which is very close to 0. And as a matter of fact, there's a small error sometimes in the calculator, and the real value for this is going to be 0. Same thing for the y value. It's negative 2.94 times 10 to the negative 11th power, which is very close to 0. So we're going to list this maximum right here as being 0, 0. And then we'll try to find the minimum. And we just need the x value of these ones, but we'll go ahead and label that for you. So I'm going to go second trace. We'll find the minimum now. I'm already to the left of the minimum. I can get a little closer though by maybe typing 1 and hitting enter. I know that's the left of that minimum. I know 3 is to the right, so I can just type 3 and hit enter. And I'm going to guess it's probably around an x value of 2. And we can find the minimum here. The calculator lists it as 2, negative 12. So I'll write that down here in the graph, 2, negative 12. All right, now for our answer to this question for increasing, we're going to go negative infinity. And the reason why we're starting there is we always start left to right for increasing and decreasing. And we're increasing for all x values from negative infinity to 0. Then we start decreasing, and we have an increasing part of the graph from this x value right here. So that's an x value of 2. So we're going to go from 2, and then that continues on forever. Then the values for decreasing, it's going to be this middle segment right here. So it's going to be from 0 to 2. Remember, we only list the x values. We know what the y values are doing. They're decreasing here. And we're trying to describe where those are happening by listing this as 0, 2. There is no area of this graph that's constant, so we're officially done.